Mr. Chairman, my distinguished colleague, retired Air Vice Marshal Abdul Karim Khan, who led us during the War of Liberation as the second person in command. He was the deputy to the Commander-in-Chief. Excellencies, distinguished delegates from 26 countries, and ladies and gentlemen. You have already been briefed about what we are here for. For the last, how many years? Almost 12, 13 years, we have been trying to do better in respect of global partnership for effective development. And this is another effort in promoting that particular enterprise. This is the inaugural session. We are having 6 plenary sessions in course of 2 days. 2 of them, of course, would discuss what happens in the group meetings. The other 4 are devoted to post-MDG 2015-2030 situation, what programs should be adopted and what not. Aid and cooperation, obviously covering both ODA and trade. Then South-South cooperation, which has become extremely important in view of the global economic developments, and plan for Asia. Asia, out of the crisis of 2008, 2012, 13, whatever it is, has emerged as the area of the future. And therefore, it's very important that the plan for Asia should be carefully worked out. We had, this is on the other side. This is the 4th decade for the LDC plan of action. And this plan is supposed to graduate 50% of the LDCs out of their present status. It's a very bold and ambitious target that the Istanbul conference has taken. But it has also looked at various other ways of moving forward. The great importance which has been given to acceleration in the productive capacity of these countries, the emphasis given to human development, the emphasis given to domestic resource mobilization, along with increase in the aid program, it has in fact set up a good course of action for the developing countries, particularly for the least developed countries in the decade of the 2020s. Now, I'm at a loss as to what to say here, because in a few minutes there is going to be another session where I'm supposed to be around, and therefore I think I'll emphasize only a few points. And these are that for the future, what we need to attend, number 1, is enhancement of productive capacity, one of the targets which has been set up in the Istanbul conference. To me, it looks extremely important, and perhaps the second item is to maintain economic stability and go very hard on domestic resource mobilization. This is the path which Bangladesh followed very successfully indeed. The next point would be, I think, we would of course go for the usual demand for official development assistance, a demand which has never been true, in the sense that it has never been anywhere near the target. It was before the demand that was made. in the early period of, in the late period of 50s, and some had not in 60s, in the late period of 40s and the early period of 50s, it was more than reality, because at that time it was not 0.7%, which was the target, but actual achievement was 2.6% of domestic product of the developed countries, which went as aid in that period. Well, so this is another very important item that we should look into. And I think one of the new things which has emerged because of a changed perception of the role of various economic actors all over the world, I think public-private partnership has featured very prominently in the last, let's say, about 10 years, from the days of the British Chancellor of Exchequer, the leader of the Conservative Party now. So these are areas which we should give particular emphasis in developing the program, thinking about what our ministers should do in the first quarter of next year. I think this is what Dhaka gathering should be sort of targeting. The task is gigantic. Even with Asian leadership that may emerge very shortly for the global economy, it still remains a very, very serious problem. And the serious problem is given in numbers of the extremely poor people, the numbers of very poor people, numbers of poor people, and the numbers of unemployed people. These are the three main targets that we have to focus our attention in the coming days. Well, this is all that I would like to say at this moment, and wish you a good stay in Dhaka and a very fruitful discussion in the 2 days of conference that you will be having, and rounding it up tomorrow in the afternoon. Thank you very much. Khuda Hafiz. Jai Bangla. Jai Bangla.